CEO, wanna change your life? Come see me, yo. I'ma teach you how to build up wealth for your family, not just for yourself. I'm a bestseller, a house flipper, a businesswoman, a go-getter, a big investor, a gold builder that can teach you to get richer like millions, baby. You really about to fill your savings. You about to have multiple streams to pass your children, baby. Let me teach you and get your credit on track in the long run. You'll make it all back at Catalyst and watch it all psychology black-owned firm, but we ain't all black.
Hey, everybody. What's up? It's your girl, Constance Carter. What's crack-a-lackin', ladies and gentlemen? It's Monday. You know, I always got to do my thing on here. It's Monday, and I'm so glad to be here. I thought I was going to be late today. I had actually put this for 11:30 because I thought I was going to be late, but it turns out I'm on time. I was talking to my son this morning. I hadn't talked to my son, my middle son, in like maybe a week. And so that kind of like messed me up on my time today. But I used to talk to him all the time. But now that I'm here with you every day, I don't get a chance to talk to him all the time. But y'all, last week, let me tell you what this little ninja did. Last week, I'm on the phone talking to him. We're FaceTiming. We always FaceTime each other. All of a sudden, this little boy had a blunt in his mouth. And he looked at me. And I looked at him and he looked at me. He was shocked. Like he's away in college. And so he's so used to, I guess, doing whatever it is that they do in college that he forgot that he was on the phone with his mama and, or talking to his mama. So and I was like, and I called his name and so I haven't talked I've been mad at him. So he's been calling my daughter, Mom still mad at me? Because, I'm super close to my kids. And he was like, Mom still mad at me? So I called him this morning. I'm like, I'm hella mad at you, but I miss you. So I got caught up with him. But I love my kids. I just, listen, let me tell you something. I know what these kids be doing, right? I know they be smoking and doing all the things. I already know that. Like we know what our kids do. They are out at college. I know they drinking. I know they smoking. He's my third one. He's my third one in college. I know what they do. My daughter be snitching on. She snitches on herself. She tell me what she used to do. So, I know what they be doing, but what you not ever going to do is be doing it in front of me or smoking in front of me. Now, I will have a drink with my daughter because she's 25 years old. So her and I will drink, but like, as far as smoking, I grew up around it. Like I dabbled in high school. You know what I'm saying? I grew up in my household. I know all about what it is, what to do. I'm not interested in it, even though I own a dispensary. I'm not interested in partaking, but I understand. But don't ever get comfortable to think that it's going to be okay to just be lighting up one and smoking in front of me. So, I told his brothers and they was dying. They was rolling like he lost his mind. He had temporarily lost his mind and he forgot who he was talking to. And he just started smoking. Like what? So anyway, I was talking to him this morning. So I thought I was going to be late and I'm not. So welcome. It's Monday. And as you all know, I love for you to talk back to me and talk black to me. This is a dialogue and not a monologue. So I love for you guys to come in here and talk to me. I need to know where you rock. There we go, Anita. That's what the hell I'm saying. She in the gym. Anita Smith is in the gym. The Grow Your Money Club, the Grow Your Money podcast. Anita was actually in the training that I had this morning. There we go. Hey, Sophia from Stockton, California. Yes. Who else we got in the building? Who else we got here? What's up, Sunshine Diaz? What's up? Who else are we in here? And where are you watching from? Hey, good morning, Najai. Where y'all watching from? Good morning, Kara. I always love to check in. I want to shout y'all out. So where you guys watching from? I know we have people that watch from all over the world. So I want to know where you watching from. That's number one. The other thing I want to know is if you own a Black-owned business, if you know of a Black-owned business, if you have a Black-owned business. Okay, Najai in ATL. Am I pronouncing your name right? I see B. Bonaparte from South Carolina. I see Booker from Fort Worth, Texas. What's happening? James Higgs I see Q from Philly. What's up, Cousin Dro? What's cracking? Yay from the Yay area. Yes, he work over at Tesla. We're gonna talk a little bit about Tesla too. What's up, Teresa? What's up from North Carolina? All right. So the other thing is, I want to know if you are or of a Black-owned business, because we got to shout you out. I always want to make sure that we recognize in the Black-owned businesses. We are. I actually got on my soapbox the other day in the Bring Your Idea to Life training, and I'm always telling people we are running businesses and not businesses. So I don't want to know about your business if it's not functioning properly. I want it to be a fully fledged, fully functional business. And so we're out here, we're representing, we are Black excellence. So if you know a Black excellence, a Black owned business, I want to make sure that I shout you out, make sure we put you live here. All right. So any Black owned businesses in the building? Any Black owned looking to start a business this year? Be Bonaparte. Okay. All right. That's what's up. Ken from Montgomery. Shout out to you. So, it's Monday and I like to do a recap. What did you guys do over the weekend? Again, I love for you to talk back to me. What did y'all do over the weekend? I had a pretty full weekend. I felt like I hadn't gotten outside in a long time, but I had a pretty full weekend. So on Friday, let me go ahead and recognize Esther Matthews, realtor. Where are you a realtor at? Where are you a realtor? What state? What city? Okay, you're in Atlanta. Okay, and then how can they reach you, Esther? How can they reach you? All right. So I want to know how they can reach you. So when you put your business up there, I want you to put where they can reach you. Like it's real. I want them to be able to do business with you if they need a realtor in Atlanta. Let's make sure that they know how they can contact you. Okay. But Friday, my good friend Dave Hollister came out to DC. Do you guys know who Dave Hollister is? It's my homie. Me and Dave right here. Yes. So he gave us some great tickets, he gave us great seats to his show on Friday. So I went to see him. And I mean, when I tell you this man can sing, he can sing.
Said I became number one. Y'all know the second verse. Y'all sing it with me. Here we go. Every other's after quite a few one night stands. Some of them I can't prepare.
Y'all know that song? That's my favorite Dave Hollister song. But I mean, when I tell you that boy's voice is like butter, and Dave is supposed to be on here with me sometimes, but Dave might be watching right now. He's in California though, so it's always hard for him to get on here because it's 8:00 over there. It's the same time he takes his daughter to school. So, but shout out to Dave Hollister. What an amazing show that he put on Friday. So grateful that he gave me the tickets and stuff. And we talk. He's a homie, good dude, down to earth, all of the things. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Yep. Former lead singer of Blackstreet. I don't know if you guys know, but Damian Hall, I was telling my friend this weekend, Damian Hall was pissed off at me some years ago because we had a show where we interviewed people, and he was one of the people that we interviewed. And he said some things about Blackstreet and I posted it because he said it and it went viral. But what you mad at me for? Like, you said it. You said F Blackstreet and y'all was legends and you was talking all that stuff. And then when I posted it, like, it went viral and Teddy Riley reposted it and he, everybody saw it. But you know what? Actually, what it did is it reunited Guy. So he should be thanking me now. I don't know if he still hates me, but he was mad at me for a little bit. Then Chauncey, he had sent me a little DM of him sitting on on his Bentley or something, talking about, yeah, these people crazy. But anyway, so that was my Friday. And then Saturday, we had the Bring Your Idea to Life training. I couldn't get a video. I had a little short video, just of some moments in there, but I couldn't get it uploaded. But when I tell you that was amazing, there are some people in here that I'm sure are watching, because what I found out inside the training on Saturday is that some of you guys watch every single day. And we had some like breakthroughs and it was great. The thing about it, so here's the secret. Let me tell you, for all of you who have business ideas and that are business owners, I want to say 90% of the people that were in the training were people who had an idea. And a good portion of you being able to run your business or to actually push your business out there is to be able to articulate the value. And I'll say a talent that I have. I don't say it's a talent, or it's a talent. I wouldn't say maybe it's a gift. But one thing that I do in all of my cohorts and in all of my trainings is if I'll show them how to speak. I'll give them the formula of the things that they need to do when they're speaking, and then they'll say their speech, and then I say it back to them. But when I say it back to them, it's totally different. So I say it's a talent and not a gift because people think it's a gift, but Lisa Nichols taught me how to do it. So something she does, something I learned and I do, and I know how to do it pretty good. And so people, people are often blown away by that. But the thing about when you have a business, being able to articulate your value is extremely important when you have a business, because a lot of people, their businesses don't go, they might be really good at what it is they do, but if they're not able to show people and tell people what it is they do, then there's no way that they can convince them, because they're not even convinced, because they don't really understand the value. Does that make sense? And so that's a key component that a lot of people don't teach when they're teaching business. Now, I could teach you business, teach you how to open up your business, structure your business, brand your business, all of those things. But if you can't articulate the value of your business, then it's going to be harder for you to sell your services. And so that's a key component of what I do in the Bring Your Idea to Life training, is I teach them how to articulate their value. So, I got an email afterwards from one of the students, which was a beautiful email. I'm not going to say who it was, but I got a beautiful email, and you might shout out to you if you're watching. But here's what it said. I cannot thank you enough. I was panicking for my life when I had to speak my elevator pitch. I told you I didn't have anything ready because I literally only had 3 of my 5 adjectives written down. I tell them to write down some adjectives that I had rewrote 5 times already. I'm so grateful that I spoke those 90 seconds aloud, because it awakened something in me like never before. Your words are powerful. Your encouragement is beautiful, and your motivational story is empowering. Thank you. Oh, here. Wait. This was the second part. I forgot. So that was the last part. I almost left the meeting completely. Instead, excused myself to my bedroom. I cried, and I heard an inner voice tell me that I can do it because God spoke this over my life. If I didn't do well, I would have received feedback. And then she said, I'm so grateful that I spoke those 90 seconds because it awakened something in me like never before. Your words are powerful. Your encouragement is beautiful. And your motivational story is empowering. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So that was really nice. And so there was a ton of breakthroughs inside the training that I always love to see the results. I love to see where they come in, when they come in, and just in a few short hours where they leave. It is transformational. And I often get surprised, and I'm excited, and I'm like, oh my God. So shout out to all of you who were able to come to the training on Saturday and we spent 6 or 7 hours inside the training. So thank you guys for coming. And there we go. Inita, she's one of the ones who was in there. James, look, James actually be on here giving me a hard time, especially when I'm on here with April. But he was in the training, and he did his thing. So he's working on his stuff right now. Let me see, just so many people were able to come in there and really kind of really understand what their value is and go to the next steps in their business. And so that's what it was about. This damn dog better stop barking. Coco, shut up. Sorry, that's my daughter's dog. So I'm gonna lock her down in the basement in a minute. Anyway, that's what it was about. And so out of that, so the next step is I'm helping people who have businesses who want to be able to really get a grip around their speaking. So I'm doing a 6-week training, and that's for those of you who are inspiring speakers. I've done a TED Talk that amassed 400,000 views. And this is for those entrepreneurs who need, more help in being able to really gain clarity and increase their cash flow on their business. It's for all those people. So I got a little quick video, but I'm doing a training, and I want to invite you. Now, the people who attended my training, they get a little bit of a discount on this training, but it's very, very, very reasonable. It's a reasonable investment for what you're able to get out of and the money that you're going to make as a result of attending. So let me show you this. Struggling to grow your business? The problem isn't your product, it's your message. If you're not attracting clients, closing deals, or standing out in your industry, it's because your message is not clear and you're not showing up where your ideal clients are. That's why I created Monetize Your Message. It's a 6-week training where I teach you how to clarify your message so it speaks directly to your ideal audience, master a 30-second pitch that grabs attention, develop a 3-minute story that builds trust and converts. When you master your message, you don't just get paid to speak, you attract clients, you build partnerships, and you create opportunities
that grow your business. You're going to learn how to stand out on panels and showcase your expertise, launch a podcast that positions you as the go-to authority. You're going to learn how to build an ecosystem that turns conversations into clients and income. By the end of this training, you'll not only know how to speak with confidence, you'll know how to use your message to build a thriving, profitable business. So if you're ready to attract high-paying clients, grow your business, and build a platform that pays, join me for Monetize Your Message.
That video right there, I teach you how to do those exact videos in the Grow Your Money Club. You could do that too. That video took me all of 30 seconds. I showed them a little bit about how to do those too inside the training, but I'll go deeper into that in our 6-week program. So 6 weeks, we're starting at the end. No, yeah, we're starting. This is March. We're starting at the end of, no, we're starting the first week, the first Thursday of May. It'll be in the evening. It'll be 7 o'clock Eastern, 4 p.m. Pacific. And I'll be teaching you how to monetize your message. I'll be teaching you how to build your business. And for those who want to be speakers, if you want to be the expert, if you want to be the subject matter expert, if you want to build a podcast, you want to write a book, you want to learn how to get on these panels, you want to learn how to get speaking engagements, or you just want to be able to speak your business, because that's very important. People are secret in their businesses because they don't know how to talk about it. So I'm having a 6-week training coming up. Go to monetize your voice. No, monetize my voice.biz, right? Monetize my message.biz. Let me put that up here. Monetize my message.biz. All right. So that's for you. And then Sunday, and then we're going to get into it. Sunday, let me just tell you what y'all do. So I'm just giving you a rundown of my weekend. So DC is a vibe, y'all. I love being out here. I went, my good friend Easy Street, who is he's a DJ. He's a popular DJ out here. He used to actually be in, he used to be at KBLX in the Bay Area back in the day. And he invited me to a day party. So I had the signature thing where I be, giving people kisses on a thing, right? It's me and my daughter. That's I forget this guy's name. Oh, the one on the left, he's a producer, TV producer, and me and my baby girl. But I give people these signature kisses. I put that on my story. I have people in my DMs talk about who's that? Is that your man? I do that with everybody. So just because I give you a kiss on the cheek, it doesn't mean that it's a thing. But anyway, Easy invited me, put me on the guest list for his day party. It was a debut of his day party. So I was glad to get outside because I needed to get outside. But, DC is a whole vibe, man. There was this, let me show you.
Ooh, you die, yo. You got to say it, though. You got to say it, though. You got to say it, though. I need all my ladies to sing this song one time.
Sis was getting it. So I did that yesterday. That was pretty cool. That was fun. We had a good time. And anyway, that was my weekend. How was yours? Y'all have a good time? And y'all normally be putting in the comments what you guys did this weekend. So listen, I want to talk about this whole idea of where we are. I just want to give a check-in. Like what's happening? There's been a lot happening since the inauguration, and I just want to kind of go over it because there's been a lot going on. I mean, the Dow Jones is declined. We got tariffs, Target Boycott. Where we at? What's happening? They thought that because of they were going to make more money because they initiated this DEI. But see, people are talking back. People are fighting back. And what people don't understand is they think that because you're a billionaire, they have all this power. But what they don't understand is that the power is in the people's voices. So it's interesting to see, what's been happening, and people are actually fighting back. Let's talk about the Tesla. When I was out at the Birchmere, that's where on Friday, that's where Dave performed. When I was there, this white lady, I was pulling in because I still got that goddamn Tesla. But when I was there, this white lady came up to me. She pulled up next to me as I was getting a parking spot. She goes, "I like your car, and I don't care who built it." Okay, lady, I don't, and I don't want it, and I have not wanted it for a year since Elon started talking about DEI must DIE. I never wanted to support that, and Tesla stock has gone down quite significantly. I don't know if you guys know, but he's lost a lot of money. Let me see. So Tesla stock has gone down 30% in America. and 45% in Europe, despite electric vehicles sales increasing. And it's interesting because, Elon, I saw a video where he was talking about it, where he was explaining what was going on. Watch this.
For the people who look at you and your business sense about SpaceX or Starlink, can you tell them specifically there's not a conflict of interest in how you're doing it, what you're doing, and the contracts that you're getting with the government?
Everything I do is under extreme scrutiny.
Every day?
Yeah. So there's not an action I can take that doesn't get scrutiny 6 ways to Sunday. Every action that the Doge team does is public. We put it on the website. It's the most amount of transparency there's been about any government thing ever. It would be, even if I wanted to, I couldn't get away with it. In fact, it's actually disadvantageous for me to be in the government, not advantageous.
Yeah.
If I wasn't in the government, I could lobby, and I could push for things that are advantageous to my companies, and probably receive them.
So he's basically saying that, he's been transparent. He's been more transparent than anything else because they're putting it on the internet. So we know it's true. We know it's real. It's like the police policing themselves. Police, whatever they do, and if they have to police themselves, how honest can we expect them to be? So because they put it on the Doge website, we're supposed to believe it. Even though Elon has gotten more government contracts since the inauguration, we're supposed to believe that. Here's another one.
My companies are suffering because I'm in the government. You just pointed that out a moment ago.
Right.
Do you think it helps sales if dealerships are being firebombed? Of course not. And Tesla customers are being intimidated all over the country and all over Europe.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help Tesla? I mean, you had Tim Waltz, who's a huge jerk, running around on stage with the Tesla stock price where the stock price had gone in half, and he was overjoyed. What an evil thing to do! What a creep! What a jerk! Like who derives joy from that? And it was pointed out to him that actually, Minnesota State Pension Fund is a major investor in Tesla. But he didn't care. He was so overjoyed by Tesla stock going in half. Does that sound like a good person to you? I don't think so.
So what he thought was going to happen was that his Tesla sales were going to increase, and he didn't know that the people would react, y'all. And then he's talking about what a bad person, what a terrible person that's laughing at this happening to people while he's firing all these people. While the Doge is firing all these people, and he on there crying, basically crying because of what's happening. No, the people are, because remember, look, after the election, you were so happy that you had finally.
Yes! This is what victory feels like. Yeah! Thank you.
Yeah. Totally different person. So I don't know. I mean, I guess Tesla stock, I don't know. Are we, I'm gonna ask you guys in the comments, are we making America great again? Is that what's going on? Is America now great because, of all the things that they're implementing right now? Is America great? I haven't seen. I don't know. Maybe you guys can help me out here, especially those patriots. The tariffs are happening. Yeah. Okay. You're in bond. Diversify. In fact, let me go to the woke tip because of everything that's going on. I want to make sure that you guys get a woke minute. I don't know if you know anything about woke. The reason why I call it the woke minute, I've changed the name of my group on Facebook to stay woke because Donald Trump, they have taken our word and they've bastardized it. I don't know if you guys know, but I don't know if you see all the stuff on in the media about, that's woke. Elon Musk's son is now trans. And so he says that he was tricked by the leftist woke people. Like, woke has anything to do with your son being trans. And so, all the shit that they talking about woke, they've taken our word and they bastardized us. We bastardized it. We've been saying woke since the 30s, and now here they are. They've taken
Woke is bullshit. I don't know if you've been watching, but we got rid of woke over the last 2 weeks. Woke is gonzo.
So we took over the Kennedy Center. We didn't like what they were showing and various other things. We're going to make sure that it's good and it's not going to be woke. There's no more woke in this country.
Yeah, so we gonna be woke. We gonna stay woke. We're staying woke. We're staying wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered. That's what we're taking our word back to mean. Wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered. So I always try to give you every day some tips to stay woke, because I want you, these are just tips for you just to help you out 60 seconds. But check it out. This is what I want you guys to be doing while we're seeing all this going on.
Struggling to grow your business? The problem isn't your product, it's your message.
Not that one.
Welcome to the Woke Minute. It's your girl, Constance Carter. This is where we will drop quick tips to build wealth, seize opportunity, gain knowledge, and empower your legacy. Today's tip: keep a close eye on your investments and spending during economic turbulence. The Dow is down, the stock market is shaky, and companies like Tesla and Target are taking billion-dollar hits due to consumer boycotts and market volatility. And with tariffs driving up the cost of goods, you can expect prices, especially on essentials, to stay high. So what's the move? Number one, diversify your portfolio. Don't put all your eggs in one basket. Consider spreading your investments across real estate, stock, and other income-generating assets. Number two, watch inflation and interest rates. If you're thinking about buying property or refinancing, timing is key. Higher interest rates can eat away at your profit margins. And number three, track corporate trends. Companies that lose billions from boycotts or bad PR can affect your portfolio. So stay informed about how these factors may impact your investments. In today's climate, knowledge is power and power equals wealth. So stay ready so you never have to get ready. That's your woke tip, because when you stay woke, you stay wealthy. All right, you heard all the things. You got your marching orders. This market that's happening right now, and every time I'm not coming here to like gloat or anything like that. I'm really just giving you information so that you could take it and that you could use it and you can grow from it. I have these Stay Woke t-shirts. Stay wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered. They are flying off the shelves, y'all. People, we gotta keep this movement going. So go to conversationtees.com, Conversation Tees, and you could buy your Stay Woke shirt. So just, so let them people know that woke don't got nothing to do with this leftist agenda, as they are saying that it does. You don't want to put my, there we go. It has nothing to do with this leftist agenda that they're talking about, or whatever they're talking, or trans and all that other silly ass stuff. But we taking our word back. So go to conversationtees.com if you want to get your Stay Woke shirt. All right. But yes, I'm glad that you said that you're in bonds, because the Dow has decreased. And let me just show you some statistics on what's happening with the Dow. Let me see. Do I have it right here? Do I have it? Okay, maybe I don't have it. But what's happening is the Dow has, let me see, the stock market, the S&P 500 dropped 700 points last week. Yeah, the Dow has taken a major hit. The Dow has dropped 700 points. And this is all because of everything that's the volatility in the market. Investors are pulling back due to their fear of inflation, because that's what's happening. Well, I thought, what happened? I thought everything was supposed to be getting better, because, the Democrats have ruined the economy. But now all of a sudden we're looking at inflation, and we're looking at a recession that they're talking about. Tech stocks are that were once a safe bet are feeling the pressure. Companies like Tesla and Amazon are seeing declines, making people question whether the market is heading toward a correction or worse. I don't know. I don't know what's happening. But the thing is, like I said in that woke tip, is you just don't have all your eggs in one basket. Okay. So I just, I'm just asking y'all, like, are we making America great? Are we seeing America being made great again? Like, what's happening? Is America, listen, this is our president.
Well, is Barron's aptitude, in your view, business or politics?
Maybe technology. He can look at a computer. I try turning off his car, turn it off. I turn off his laptop. I said, oh, good. And I go back 5 minutes later, he's got his laptop. I said, how'd you do that? None of your business, Dad. No, he's got an unbelievable aptitude in technology.
His son is a genius because he knows how to turn the computer on. This is who's running our country, the leader of the free world. This is who's making decisions that he's trying to go to war with Greenland. I don't know if you saw in the news that who is that country that is trying to protect Greenland right now because he's trying to take Greenland. Like what? And you want Canada to be you're trying to make Canada a 51st state. It's all very fascinating what's going on. And this is the guy who says his son's a genius because he knows how to turn on the computer. So I'm just wondering for those, especially huge patriots and the people who are especially the blacks for Trump, and even the Latinos, the one who say, I will vote for Donald Trump. And then the next week they were like, how could you do this to us, Donald Trump? And 500,000 Hispanics are getting deported back to their countries. I guess we're making America great. I don't know. I mean, I don't know. Has America ever been great? America could never be great again. It was never great in the first place. So the again is, was just like, I think we need to just remove that from there because it's never been great for us. When was America great for us? It was great for them. Listen, white people are the biggest benefactors of welfare in this country. I don't know if you remember, Ronald Reagan coined the term welfare queen to try to put a face to welfare in the 80s and making putting black women as welfare queens when white people have been welfare recipients since the inception of this country. When you first had the Homestead Act of 1862, where they gave white people free land just for coming. That's welfare. I'm gonna give you free land just for coming. And then they gave them financing for property that they wouldn't give to black people. Some were interest only financing. That's welfare, right? That's part of the welfare. So when you tell us to pull up ourselves up by our bootstraps and, oh, y'all just complaining and you guys are making everything about race and you're race baiting and you're playing the race card. But then when you say stuff like that, or DEI must die, when we're not even the biggest benefactors of DEI, because I seen a quote somewhere. Somebody said something about there's no other race of people. Something. I'll paraphrase it. That I have the promise to get all of these things, all of these benefits, but then I go, nope, I don't want it because now black people are going to benefit too. So I'm gonna vote against my own best interest because I don't want them to get a piece of it. They've done a number on y'all. Lyndon B. Johnson said if you could convince the lowest white man that he is better than the best black man, he won't even know you're picking his pockets. Hell, give him somebody to look down on and he will give you everything he owns. This, my friend, is that in action. And it always has been in this country. So, we see what's going on with the Dow and the stock market, and it's unfortunate. But again, we need to mind our black business and mind our black business. And oh, by the way, I actually have t-shirts that say that too. But seriously, right now, while everything is going on and this is real, we need to be minding our black business and mining right now in the next several years, 4 years and beyond. We need to be doing that. We need to be working on ourselves, self-improvement, working together, practicing collective economics, because it is a complete and pure shit show out here. People are pulling out of the United States. People are forming alliances against the United States. Now you have this big superpower and we have this huge military presence, which is important because we spend trillions of dollars on military. But the way that America is going to come down is not going to be through military. It's going to be through tech. And so while you thinking, we're going to put more money into the military, but we're not going to take care of our veterans. We're going to close these VA hospitals all over the country. And the vets that come back with mental illness and things like that, we're going to make sure that they don't get any opportunities because listen, we don't want black people to have DEI. I don't know if y'all know that veterans are benefactors or they're recipients. They're one of the recipients of DEI. So it's really interesting of what's happening, in this economy and what's happening all throughout the country. The next thing I want to talk about is the tariffs. So there is this tariff war that's going on right now. And what's getting ready to happen? Well, what's getting ready to happen is the prices on imported goods are going to go up. So what Trump is betting on is he's betting on, okay, people are going to start buying American. So that's the idea. The people are going to start buying American products, American businesses. I do agree that when I think Clinton was in office and he had the NAFTA deal, they had the NAFTA deal where they sent all of the manufacturing industries to Mexico and other places just to get cheaper labor. That was a mistake because not black people, because Americans were losing their jobs all over the country. That was a bad thing. We should have kept manufacturing in the country. I do believe that. I do believe some things need to be done to bring back businesses and different types of industries. That was a mistake. And so now businesses have established themselves. They have these billion-dollar businesses that are in Mexico and other places all over the world, and they're doing business with the country. And so for Trump to think that it's just easy enough for them to get up and pick up and move their businesses back to America, that's a big task. And so what's essentially happening is us as the end user, us as the customer, we're going to suffer. You know, the cost of our goods are going to go up. Small businesses that rely on imported goods are struggling to stay afloat already. So with higher prices, it's going to affect who? It's going to affect us. Are we going to stop buying? Because what happens is when you stop buying, then it affects the economy, and that's how you strike a recession. People are not buying, and that's essentially what's going on right now. So you know, this is our leadership. What's going to happen? What's going on? You know, we gotta think about what we're doing in this present moment and how we could be insulated. And the thing I told you in the beginning, in the woke tip, in the woke minute, is really just insulating ourselves and diversifying our portfolio. We got to be learning skills. We have to be educating ourselves. I have the Grow Your Money Club. And oh, by the way, I don't know if this is your first time watching, because somebody said this was their first time watching. I have what's called the Grow Your Money Club. My goal and my mission is to help just educate us. If you don't know anything about me, I'm a business owner. I don't call myself a serial entrepreneur because that seems a little bit ADD-ish. Calling yourself a serial entrepreneur. But I'm a business owner and I have multiple businesses, and I built businesses, and I built the largest Black-owned real estate firm in California. I have an investor in a marijuana dispensary, and invest in stock and real estate and all those things. And so my goal, because I've been able to take advantage of a lot of opportunities out there, and my goal is to teach other people that look like you the same thing. So I do things like training. That's why I'm doing the training that's getting ready to come up, the Monetize My Voice training. The reason why I'm doing that is because I want to help you to be able to not only start a business, yes, but how do I learn? How do I push the business out? How do I sell myself? How do I get my vision out there so that the people will buy? So people will buy. That's the reason why I do the things like that. That's the reason why I have the Grow Your Money Club, where I'm just giving you tons of training to show you how to go from becoming an employee to an investor. That's my goal. And all of this foolishness that's going on is to just basically educate you guys. Have you joined the Grow Your Money Club yet? If not, why not? The Grow Your Money Club is a comprehensive program designed to take you through the complete wealth building journey. We don't just offer random courses, we guide you along a clear path, starting with fixing your credit and becoming a certified credit expert, to building your business, increasing your cash flow, diversifying your portfolio, and ultimately letting your money work for you. With over 30 trainings designed to increase your net worth, you get to either purchase the trainings individually or go through the 12-month roadmap. Here are just a few of the courses. From campus to cash flows. This is teaching your children to become real estate investors. The Wealth Map training shows you how to eliminate your debt, increase your credit, and diversify your revenue streams. You can learn to write your book using ChatGPT. Learn how to build your online community. What about 8 ways to make money using AI? Oh, and here's 7 online revenue streams to fund your $1 million dream. How about learning how to purchase tax deeds or land banks? What about getting started in government contracting? If you're a rookie, the Real Estate for Rookies training has everything you need. The Business Blueprint training will help you build your business foundation, get business credit, get business funding, and learn how to pay yourself so that you can scale your business to the next level. Or perhaps you want to create jaw-dropping video content using CapCut, Midjourney, and ChatGPT. There are so many trainings and master classes within the Grow Your Money Club, and I also drop 1 new training per month. You do not want to miss out on this opportunity to invest in yourself, because guess what? You are your biggest commodity. You are your biggest investment. Join the Grow Your Money Club today. That's for y'all. So if you are interested in learning how to grow your money and not blow your money, then go to growyourmoney.club so that you can learn all of these things, so that you could really set yourself apart and not have to be worried about all this shit that's happening. All those people who lost their jobs, especially in the government space, getting something else, having multiple revenue streams. Ecclesiastes 11:2 said, have 7, no 8 revenue streams, because we never know when a disaster is going to strike. And a disaster wasn't only 2020. A disaster is right now. A lot of people, hundreds of thousands of people are losing their jobs right now. And so you need something else. You need something different. And for those of you who aren't losing your jobs, they're like, oh, yeah, just go to the private sector. They can get jobs elsewhere. Well, where are all the jobs that they're supposed to be getting? Especially if the market is going to be saturated with people who are unemployed, that's also going to affect the economy. I don't know if they know. Maybe they don't know that people who are unemployed is going to actually affect the economy, and it's going to also trigger maybe they don't know. I don't know. Facts Over Feelings said the hands-off rally is taking place all over the United States on April 5th to protest Elon and Trump. The rally starts here in Chicago at 12 on April 5th. A 1-hour call starts tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Where do we get information on the call, Facts Over Feelings? That's what I want to know. That's good stuff. Kristen said, I need that shirt. Go to conversationtees.com. We're going to mind our black business, not business. And we're gonna mind our black business, and we're gonna stay woke. You can get those from conversationtees.com. Okay. Conversationtees.com. There we go. Conversationtees.com. All right. And then let me see. Somebody said, James, he said he could buy from Alibaba. But you do realize that they're still gonna get tariff. Right. So the prices are going to go up on Alibaba too. Where is that? Oh, yeah. The prices are going to go back up on Alibaba too. So Alibaba they ship their items from overseas, and they're not in the United States. And so they're still going to get taxed. OK. Most of Tesla's parts come from Mexico, Taiwan, and Turkey. So I guess, he's trying to force people to buy Teslas and force those companies to come back. I don't even know how good that's going to be for Elon, because the parts are going to go up for them. But I guess, let me tell you something. Companies never take the hit on tariffs. It always comes back to you, the consumer. So every time the businesses, tariffs go up and taxes go up on the businesses, they always end up passing that cost off to you as the consumer. And so that's what ends up happening. Yeah. I want to talk about Target. Y'all, the Target boycott is working. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud. I have not been back in a Target. There's been some things that I needed to get real quick, and I have not gone. I don't even know what's going on in the Target over here. I used to always, I used to go to the Target out here. But let me tell you something. Target, their stock plummeted by approximately $27.27 share, erasing about $12.4 billion in market value. But here, them and other people listen to Donald Trump. I heard that one of the Waltons from Walmart had divested from Trump and put out a whole full page ad against Donald Trump. People was getting mad because this is affecting their bottom line. Their shareholders are getting mad. I don't know have you guys seen? Their shareholders are because, they believed in what Trump said. Let's pull back on DEI. They were never really in it on the first place. But I guess Target promised their shareholders that pulling out on DEI wouldn't hurt their bottom line. And guess what? Target is facing a class action lawsuit alleging that it misled investors about the financial risks associated with their DEI policies. That's interesting. So not only are they losing money, their shareholders are pissed because they said that they were... Y'all know when we were fighting for civil rights didn't start happening until they started until they did the Montgomery bus boycott. The marches were cool because those were more of symbolic. They didn't do a whole lot. But when they started messing with the economy, that poured gasoline on their willingness to say, hey, well, maybe. And I think that's what's going to happen again is they're thinking, oh, we could do the same thing. We're going to pull back. Because y'all do know that everything that's going on is basically a retaliation for 2008 and 2016. Us having the audacity, the daring nerve to elect a black man in office. And Trump was a result of the audacity of America to try to progress and have a black man as the president who was the president of everybody. I don't know if you know, but when Trump was in office, he talked about everybody, even though, our politics might be different. He was the president of everybody, and Trump only seems to be the president of the Republicans. Unfortunately, he always talks bad about the liberals. Elon talks bad about the people who are destroying the Tesla dealerships. Those are those awful liberals that are supposed to be good people, but they are destroying my. Okay, so it's the liberals. Oh, okay, so that's what it is. Okay, so I mean that's what's happening with the economy. And then wait. Trump, there was a win, y'all. Trump did get a win. I don't know if y'all knew. Did you guys know that Trump got a win? Yeah, he did. Let me see, where is it? The price of eggs went down. Look it. As of March 31st, 2025, eggs price have experienced a notable decline from their peak earlier this year, but it remains elevated compared to historical averages. But the price of eggs has gone down. Has that affected your bottom line? For those of you who voted for him, who wanted the price of eggs to go down, you got what you wish for, right? Still got a job? What's going on over there? Price of eggs went down, though. Okay. So, y'all, I just wanted to have this conversation. Happy Monday to everybody. I wanted to have this conversation because really, just to see where we are, just midpoint. Hey, where we at? This is, what we 60 days in, and what's happening with the economy. The boycott is successful. Things are happening all over the country with people fighting back. Their money is not going to be able to overtake the power of the people. And that's what they don't realize. They thought that their money was going to be able to buy this whole everything, and they were going to be able to turn over this country. And in the meantime, our country is weakening because there's the level of divisiveness has not been this high since the Civil War, since you had the Union and the Confederates fighting, since you had people wanting slaves and people not wanting slaves. And I don't know if you know, we never got our 40 acres and a mule from that. So we worked this country for 250 years, never got anything. But guess what? The Confederates did. When they seized their land, they gave that land back to them. Even though they lost the war, they still got their land back to them because they were white. So, they've had these advances and the things that I'm seeing that are happening with the federal government, y'all. This is just stuff that, has been going on with us from the inception of the country. So, it's funny, but it's not, because, they say when America gets a cold, Black America gets the flu. So we are affected, but I don't want you to fear. I don't want you to worry, because I want you to stay woke. I want you to stay wealthy, outstanding, knowledgeable, and empowered. I want you to get educated, grow your money club, y'all. If you guys have not started investing in yourself, you have to invest in yourself. YouTube University is absolutely free as well. But for me, let me tell you something. I've spent hundreds of thousands of dollars in my personal development. And that's the reason why when I have my own personal disasters, i.e. 2020 was a disaster, I made more money in 2020 than I had the previous year. In 2022, I lost $1 million, got it all back in 23. Disaster struck for me, but I was prepared because I had multiple revenue streams. I had educated myself. I had invested in myself. You all, please, I'm just encouraging you, whether it's through me, the Black Business School, the Fly Nubian Money Club, wherever you need to go to get the information you need to invest in yourself, to level up. That's what I just want to encourage you to do. That's all. At the end of the day, that's what this comes down to, is you taking the time to invest in yourself. Okay. So once more, what books? James invested in himself. James was in the class over the weekend. So James he'd be on here giving me a hard time, but he was in the class and he did extremely well. I am so proud of him. I'm so proud of all the people who were in somebody said, no Target or Walmart over 2 months. I buy my personal hygiene and household items from the grocery store now. Smart lady. She was also in the class over the weekend. And remember, you guys, I actually have another training that's getting ready to come up. This is for people who want to increase their business, who need to, who want to learn how to speak. You want to start a podcast, you want to write a book, all that stuff. I'm going to show you how to monetize your voice, make money by the things that come out of your mouth. Well, struggling to grow your business? The problem isn't your product, it's your message. If you're not attracting clients, closing deals, or standing out in your industry, it's because your message is not clear and you're not showing up where your ideal clients are. That's why I created Monetize Your Message. It's a 6-week training where I teach you how to clarify your message so it speaks directly to your ideal audience, master a 30-second pitch that grabs attention, develop a 3-minute story that builds trust and converts. When you master your message, you don't just get paid to speak, you attract clients, you build partnerships, and you create opportunities that grow your business. You're going to learn how to stand out on panels and showcase your expertise, launch a podcast that positions you as the go-to authority. You're going to learn how to build an ecosystem that turns conversations into clients and income. By the end of this training, you'll not only know how to speak with confidence, you'll know how to use your message to build a thriving, profitable business. So if you're ready to attract high-paying clients, grow your business, and build a platform that pays, join me for Monetize Your Message. You ready? All right. So this is another 6-week cohort that I have coming up. Every day of the week is going to be booked up for me because I'm teaching the class just about every night. But this is coming up next month where I'm going to show people how to really create businesses through speaking. Podcast. You want to learn how to do a podcast? I got you. Oh, by the way, my podcast, this right here, if you can't listen to me, I'm on everywhere there are podcasts. I'm on Spotify. It's called the Grow Your Money Podcast. I'm on Spotify. Make sure you follow my podcast. I'm on Google Podcasts. I'm on Yahoo. I'm on all of them. All of them. I'm going to show you how to do that too. I'm going to show you how to, if you want to do a TED Talk, I'm going to show you strategies on how to do TED Talk. I don't know if y'all know. Did y'all see anybody see my TED Talk? It had 440,000 views. Call Google that shit. One of the best ones I've ever seen. I'm just saying. So I'll show you how to do, if your desire was ever to ever do a TED Talk. I had my TED Talk speech in my phone 2 years before I actually did it because I spoke that thing into existence. And when it finally came available, I was ready. And I mean, it did well. And I'm grateful for that because it didn't have to. So I'm grateful that it did as well as it did. I wanted to get to 1 million. It didn't get to 1 million, but it has tons of great comments, great feedback. Lots of people shared. I was on a cruise. Y'all, last year I was on a Maxwell cruise by myself. I was by myself. And what I didn't know that it was a goddamn Valentine's Day cruise. I had bought the ticket like almost when it first came out. I was like, yeah, it's my birthday. It's February. Y'all go ahead and do it. Then like a couple weeks before, it was like, this is the love cruise. I was like, the love cruise? I'm on this goddamn cruise by myself. Anyway, I digress. I was on there and somebody was like, hey, do a TED Talk. And I was like, yeah, I did a TED Talk. And they had seen my TED Talk. So it was great because, people that I don't even know watch my TED Talk, or people that I meet, they'll be and it'll come up in conversation. They'll be like, oh, that was your TED Talk. You could do the same thing. I'll teach you how to do it. And then, if you're ever on a panel, there's actually a formula to make you stand out on panels. I always stand out on my panels. I mean, it just is. If you've ever seen me on a panel, or if you've ever been on a panel with me, I always stand out. But there's a method to there's a method to everything that I do. And I shared a little bit with the method with the folks who took the training over the weekend, that there's actually a formula. Like a lot of this is part of my DNA now, but it's a taught skill set that I teach, that I learned from the very best, from Les Brown personally. That was one of my coaches. Lisa Nichols personally, that's one of my coaches. Linda Clemens personally, that's one of my coaches. Some of my favorite speakers in the world, I've learned personally from them. They're my coaches and my mentors. And so I've invested thousands of dollars with them. And so now I've built my business by virtue of investing in those people and their programs. And so I'm helping you do the same. So anyway, that is the Monetize My Message. That's what it's called, right? Monetize My Message. Is that the website? Wait, let me make sure. Monetize. Yeah. MonetizeMyMessage.biz. Yep, that's it. I just did this yesterday. So anyway, that's what I got going on right now. 6-week cohort. And this is you being mentored by me, you being immersed in my program. I have a vested interest in what it is that you do. And I do have a skill that will really help you increase your business. So if you're ready to take your business to the next level, go to Monetize My Business, MonetizeMyMessage.biz. That's it for now. Tomorrow, same time, same bat channel. We're going to have a special guest on here tomorrow, but I'll see you guys tomorrow. It was great talking to you. Happy Monday. I hope you have a great rest of the week. I love y'all.